And in this segment, we shall all talk like children.
Welcome back. We're in the second segment here, and when we left off, I think we were talking about butterfly knives and Markland Resale Shop. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Markland Resale Shop?
You can't. It's forbidden.
Yeah, certain lawsuits pending. I don't think I'm allowed to mention anything about that.
Oh.
Let me tell you, though. If arson paid, I'd be rich.
I'd be there with you.
That's a good point.
You would not.
I said that's a good point. I didn't say I would be there.
That's true. You did say that.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I was extrapolating. I thought he was implying.
Absolutely not. You know what inferring does? I don't know if any... It makes an in out of anyone who starts with the name of F and E, you know.
Makes an in out of fur. And then they're ing all night long.
That's unfortunate. Anyway, so you introduced me to the resale shop. And, I mean, today, big fan of thrift stores. I don't know who else calls it resale shop, but we went there. You were always...
It was literally Markland Resale. It said it on the sign.
That's what that store was called, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
No,
continue.
Yeah. And since then, you've bought many things at that resale shop, mostly speakers and CD players, which you bought near the end of their life and then took them to the end of their life. I think I have an old picture of you like picking up a record player in the resale shop in the back. I don't know if it was the same place. Do you remember a certain brand of sickle? I don't know if that was from the resale shop.
No, that was bought brand new. I remember that, but I don't remember what it was bought from.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a sickle?
Yeah. It was super sharp, too.
Cool.
It was like a hand sickle, though. It wasn't a full-size, like,
man.
Grim Reaper sickle.
I actually brought a visual thing I would like to show you. This.
Is it wrapped in that diaper? Oh, no, that's not a diaper.
It's a shirt. I had that in honor of you.
Ah!
In all my cars.
The cock brand. Where?
I was like,
I don't even know how you would have this, but
you get it like said cock brand on it, and we put it in the Toyota pickup, and then when I got my Mazda MX-6, I put it in there. And then when I got my Toyota Paseo, I put it in there.
Fantastic.
And I took it out of there just today for this thing, just to show you. So although I have lost some audio files, some things mean something to me.
Cock brand.
Yeah.
It was the...
Where have I seen that before? Like, actually in a store. Something by that.
By cock brand?
Yeah.
I mean, clearly we just need to say cock more. So don't shy away from it. It's a brand of sickle, apparently. I'm not sure what else you may have seen.
Sickle? Really?
Yeah.
That was the brand of sickle.
It was
that's like
it was a cardboard sheath
that it came in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why the hell would I buy a sickle?
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna look that up.
What the hell is wrong with me?
You remember the childhood that we talked about earlier that you dare not mention again? Another thing, speaking of grandparents, your other grandparents had a video camera.
The Stecker said.
The Stecker grandparents.
Yes.
They had a video camera, and you and I...
They had two video cameras.
Did they?
They had a VHS one, and then, like, the High 8 that you held like this. And
yeah, I remember the one like this, because I got one like that later on.
Yes, you got the same exact one, I believe. Didn't
really?
you?
That was like I saw that one on Friends once. I mean, that was like the cool one. I don't know.
We just saw one at a garage sale not that long ago, me and Kate.
Yeah, don't say. I still have mine.
Oh, we've been looking at them. Like, there was another one at a garage sale, and it was the whole VHS side loading, just recorded directly onto those videos. And we're at a garage sale, and it didn't have a price tag on it, so we're like, "Hey, old lady, how much do you want for this?" And she's like, "I don't know, throw me a number." And she's like, $100, because I paid $1,500 for it. And we were just like,
more like 10.
Maybe we'll come back tomorrow. You know. Felt really bad, but
you might be able to get $10 or $15 at cash converters.
yeah, if that.
Huh. Yeah, they were
Cash
expensive.
converters. I haven't been there in years. Does it still exist?
Yeah, I was at cash convert. I've been there many times in the last 6 months.
Really?
I get stuff from work and I sell it at cash converters. Stuff that they're trying to get rid of. But that video camera, we went around in the truck, made videos. We would go to McDonald's when Chris worked there. I remember one time you followed him into the bathroom. I don't remember what the purpose of bothering Chris was specifically that day, but I think you followed him into the bathroom and recorded him urinating.
I thought that something loud happened after that. I don't really remember.
I don't remember anything loud.
Perhaps I kicked open the door.
Something like that.
With the camera. Maybe it was loud to begin with.
That could have been it.
And then he was just like, I don't know.
I thought he was... Yeah, there's a low-pitch humming.
I hear it as well.
I hear it without the speakers.
Headphones.
They're still speakers.
I hear it without the speakers attached to my head.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out at the end of the next break.
I blame that fan.
I just turned it off.
You should turn it back on.
No, I was doing that before I turned it off.
Yeah, but I'm saying you should turn it back on. It's getting warm.
Oh. There was another video that was just focused on Chris in a chair. I mean, this is like one of the classic videos. And there's something about a hat. Like maybe you were pausing it and the hat went off and then the hat went back on.
What?
And we all thought it was pretty funny. No memory?
I don't.
That seems like
Me?
one that kind of lasts. Like Clayton took a video of Chris, of you. Yeah. And you're just like sitting in a chair and it was just a shot of you for many, many minutes. And then like the hat disappeared. And then the hat came back on. And I don't know, somehow it was good.
I remember it had like quite a few little features on that thing. Like, what do you call them? Filter effects or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It had like black and white and then like a solarization. Didn't it?
Yeah, well mine, if it's the same one, mine had all kinds of stuff like that. A whole menu
Seppa.
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 Do we have any of those videos anymore?
No.
Where do they go?
The
physical tapes, they get thrown in the garbage?
I have no idea. I know that I had a lot of the actual big tapes with the other one, with the like shoulder mount one that I was making with like Danny. Do you remember Danny Dolphin? Like, little brother?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. I have recordings of him.
Yeah, I was making like skate videos and stuff with him with that thing, but yeah. And I remember the handheld one I was making rollerblading videos with my little cousins because I had built a half pipe in their, or a quarter pipe in their driveway.
Pretty good.
Well, I got permission first. I didn't just like come over one day and erect a quarter pipe in their driveway.
I have wood.
It was part of it was part of like pretty much their driveway for like a year. It just kind of existed there.
Huh.
But anywho, yeah, I have no idea. With your camera, I remember trying to make a movie in his apartment.
We're jumping forward like 6 years now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we can get into that later, I guess. A whole bunch of stories about the apartment.
Yes, sir.
Mind
if I have one of those bad boys?
Go right ahead. There's a couple of glasses Cindy pulled out on the counter.
Beautiful.
Did you, I don't know if we should get into,
That stuff tastes good, too.
Is it good? What are we going to get into? Or not get into, for that matter?
I'm not even sure. So, there was a certain tiger blanket, which I relate to the...
Didn't I give you that one?
I think maybe you gave it to me. And did that just stay, like, on the back seat of the pickup, basically? I think...
I remember that you had it hanging in your room.
Yeah, I think later I did. I think when I had the truck, though, it was part of the truck. Yeah. So where did you get that blanket?
Didn't you have that upstairs for a while, too?
Well, actually, I have it here with me.
I think you had it hanging in that room when you had the sound studio or whatnot in the one room upstairs.
Is this the empty diaper box, by the way?
Yeah. This is
I can't
surprise
believe
number 2.
I know I knew that.
That's ridiculous. I have no idea where this actually came from.
Really? Yeah, you gave it to me, and I think I kept it in the pickup, and then it like, I don't know, I have a lot of memories myself with that, too.
That is a fantastic blanket. I mean...
It really is. And one of the edges is sort of coming off on the top there.
Oh.
Cindy and I used to walk along the train tracks with that blanket in the fall of 2000. And it's been in Tori's room for a while. It's been on recording walls.
It's not a bad blanket.
It's good. So you did give that to me? Because if you need it back, I mean, I can give it back.
I mean, if you really, really need it back, I mean, it's not a problem.
You put Chris to sleep.
Yeah, I think I might have. I'm pretty sure that Chris has slept with that blanket before. It doesn't surprise me. Something tells me that it was down in your basement many times with the projector.
Yeah.
It sounds about right when we would all pass out down there watching movies.
Apparently that blanket has a serious history behind it.
It really does. I don't remember where it's from. I remember having it, like, as a child, but...
As a child?
Yeah, when I was even younger.
So it was...
When you got it.
It was yours for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like I, like, randomly bought it and gave it to you. Like, I had it. It just... I have no idea. I always just really liked the fact that it was tiger both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't look awkward.
Is it like two... I don't... Right.
It's the same image, it's just the reverse on either side.
Yeah, but normally when that happens, it looks goofy.
Like it's the stitches that you're not supposed to see on the other side?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's not like that with that one.
Yeah, that one, it's
woven all the way through.
good-looking tiger on both halves over there.
Yeah. Well put. So,
Watch the ceiling fan.
Oh, you're going to throw it? No, don't throw it up. Don't. You've got Bacardi there?
You know you just told him don't. Do you remember anything in, like, the aspect of the three of us? You tell Chris not to do something? Like, that was retarded. You might as well have just sat there and went, go ahead, throw it at me. Then it would have never happened, and he would have just held his arms up for, like, 15 minutes. But you tell him don't. He's throwing at you.
Like Nick says, Chris bases his decisions on what people would dislike.
Exactly.
He has stuck by that.
Well, I was going to talk a little bit about music. Music. And the music that comes to my mind when I think of Clayton and Chris. Well, a little bit. Maybe I'm jumping ahead here.
Deborah Cox.
I don't even know. What's the one? Freestylers? That reminds me of the Honda Accord. No? Not so much the Freestylers?
Well, the Accord, yeah. The Accord.
Speaking
Because
of...
that's about the time they came out, but...
Clayton's getting ice.
Oh, that's...
It sounded like I just... Well, you'll hear it on the playback.
Oh.
When you listen to all these YouTube videos.
I tend to watch them as well.
I listen. I'm a listener.
Yeah, but the looks on, like, I don't know, the last one I saw, like, it was always really funny when there was an awkward moment and you guys were just like... Anywho.
Yeah, so... yeah, well, they're fun to watch, too.
Music, by the way.
So, we're talking about music. What albums... It seems like Clayton always had interesting music that he would bring to my car. But when I think about it, there were specific... There were specific albums that I remember. One of them was the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack.
Amazing. I still have it.
With Little Star, right? And many other things, and the Little Black Boy.
Like the Wild Wild Horses song.
Wild Horses.
Couldn't tear me away. That one, yeah. She knew it.
If you played it, I would know it. There's an I Am Sam soundtrack with all Beatles covers. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
You had that one?
Yes.
Okay,
Actually.
And
that one I actually have on my Mac computer. The one that I record on. It's got an iTunes library that I didn't really have any CDs or anything to put on it, so I just started like renting CDs from the library and just burning them on there. So, yes, I actually still do have that one as well.
oh, that's pretty cool. There was one on there with...
We do that with Netflix.
Oh, that was the air conditioner that was making that sound.
It's gone,
It
yeah.
just shut off. That's what that was. Well, I don't want to deprive them of the air conditioner. I'm making my
that was the one
family go
upstairs?
upstairs.
That was the one upstairs?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, of course there's Atari Teenage Riot.
Which is one of my favorites.
You're saying still?
Yes. I listen to Atari Teenage Riot roughly... Oh, I don't know. On my computer, I have probably about 5,000 songs on it.
Mm-hmm.
I would give at least 150 of them to Atari Teenage Riot.
Wow.
Half of them are live, half of them are just like remixes of the same song. Like,
That's like your band. I would imagine they're not extremely popular either.
no, I don't think that they really exist anymore.
MDFMK. That was one that... Or, what was the story with that name in KMFDM?
KMFDM is MDFMK minus one member.
Oh, okay. It seems like the
And they-
Breskies were
I
into
remember
that.
I was a freshman when they changed their name, too.
They only released one album on that.
Is MDFMK?
Yeah, and it was a much better sound to me. That's what I personally think.
There's only like one or two songs from KMFDM I ever really enjoyed, and I don't even know the name of them, but
Juke Joint Jezebel.
that's one of them.
Okay.
It's a little dark for my taste.
Yeah, I did recently download all their stuff, but it gets
very repetitive. It all sounds.
I'm not gonna say
kind of the
dark. It's more just chaotic.
Loud?
Loud, yeah.
I don't know.
It's loud.
I listen to a lot worse stuff than that now. So
Worse. Well, like I was saying when you were here for the barbecue thing, I think Clayton introduced me, from what I remember, to Fatboy Slim and Aphex Twin at the same time. He had 2 CDs. I'm pretty sure Chris was a part of that. And he shows me them. I remember no cases, just 2 discs. I'm like, what's that? What do you have there? Interesting new music from Clayton Stecker. What is it? Trust me. No, but what is it? A band? Is it? I mean, what is it? What's it like? What's the style? Trust me. So that's what I remember from You've Come a Long Way, Baby, and Richard D. James album.
2 greats.
That's one of the specific memories that comes to my mind.
Remember that. I don't think I was there. I think you introduced me to Aphex Twin sometime later on.
Really? Maybe
Yeah.
you weren't there.
In fact, I'm certain that you're the one who introduced them to me.
Clayton used to come over to my, my studio room, and I don't know, just put CDs in and whatever.
see what tickles your fancy.
He had stuff. See, he went out into the world because he wasn't afraid of it, and then he brought things back to me.
Look at what I've foraged for you.
And I picked and chose. I also remember Clayton, probably just one day or something, going, stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop. Oh, no. There's a brief time where he was into that song.
Oh no.
Probably just because it was on the radio.
Oh no. Fights out. I'm about to punch your lights out.
Ah, Luda?
Does sound like him.
Sounds nice.
It just sounds like we're having fancy cocktails.
That looks like crushed ice.
It is crushed. I like the fact that you have a button for that, not that lever. Normally it's a big lever.
That is a button. You just boop. Takes a while for the stuff to come out, and you have to hold it up high.
That's what you
Otherwise
said.
it flies, but I'm not sure I understand your humor.
It's alright.
Then there was Cornelius, escaped chimpanzee, nicknamed Cornelius. Name Cornelius. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The name Cornelius doesn't ring a bell?
It does, but for different reasons.
Okay. Well, I can't believe you
Ones
had
I
that.
shouldn't be discussing.
Whatever. There was one mini disc that you had that was like the only thing on it was this 25-minute track or something. Adult chimpanzee, nickname Cornelius. It's like 25-minute track.
Did I like record it off of
Yeah,
like some random radio station that I roughly got in?
that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
How does the beginning go?
I remember that.
Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah. Wow.
I think I had that mini disc with the Japanimation thing taped on the outside of it for a long time. So maybe since I had it for many years, you kind of forgot about it.
I did forget about it, but I do remember what you're talking about now, and I don't remember how I got those radio stations in, the random ones that were just playing like weird ambient remixy stuff. Like,
I have the subsequent Cornelius CD now.
oh yeah,
Point. I actually learned a little bit about who that was. Stuff is so mysterious when it's on a faded radio station.
yeah,
What is this magical stuff? And now you can just look up anything.
yeah, that is true.
Speaking of music and audio, Chris, you had a boombox that you strapped to the top of your Honda Accord.
I think calling it a boombox would demean said boombox. Like,
It declared itself the king of all boomboxes.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just a boombox. It was
This isn't just a boombox.
it was a boombox. I think it actually said like ba-boom or something on the side of it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I remember it had speakers on the side, like subwoofers on the side.
Yeah.
They were like, weren't they like 10-inch woofers like on each side?
Pretty
10 or 12s or something?
They weren't 12s.
I think they were 10s.
They might have been. I think they were probably 8s.
That's pretty good. The whole thing
Oh,
was
yeah.
like a big, massive tube. It was like the shape of a tube.
Yeah.
And I think you maybe used the winches or something like that to
Yep.
strap it to the roof of the Accord.
Yep.
And I want to say we had a microphone hooked up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember my Suburban that had
Clayton,
the PA?
you became my horn for a while.
What was I doing on that? I don't even remember.
We're driving down the street. So aid randomly. Somebody gets in the way. Somebody cuts us off. You start yelling at them because we had it cranked all the way up.
Yeah, I mean that started with probably just Clayton and me with the Toyota pickup. We went and got like this toy thing with the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like,
I still have that, by the way.
what are you doing now? What?
I still have
Hey,
that.
how you doing?
The one that you
That's a nice hat.
the one that you regave to me, I still have that.
You have that?
Yeah. You
That's
just
amazing.
you gave it to me for what, like my 22nd birthday or something?
I gave it to you? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I think I remember that. Where was that 22nd birthday?
Crystal and Sean's, some random apartment building that you guys have never been to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what town that is.
It's
over by Schaumburg.
That's amazing. I don't remember even having it for the last 10 years. That's pretty good.
Oh, that wasn't the original one. You had rebought another one
Oh, okay.
and given it to me. It's
Oh.
it's in my game room.
Well,
Like,
that's thoughtful. That's pretty good. But I think there's a picture of the original one. Not that the original one's anything special, but, it's the one. I have a picture of the original one. I think I could probably pull it up on the computer, where we're all sitting around doing a thing like this in my room, and that little thing's up on a shelf. But anyway, yeah, Chris had the boombox. And it was...
Stop demeaning it.
the boombox.
Seriously, you do it again, I'm gonna cut you.
That's back in the day when I was sleeping on my closet door.
Speaking of other weird things.
you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Did you have a pouch?
What do you mean? No. I didn't like having the closet doors on the closet, so I detached them and I just laid them out flat.
Oh, okay.
And since this is recently after my bed had been destroyed finally, a bed that I grew up with, I just used the closet doors for a bed.
He's a thrifty bastard.
What are you using now for a bed?
A futon.
Well, that's pretty...
You've seen it.
Yeah. This is for the listeners. So speaking of my truck, do you remember the Firestone?
I do remember the Firestone.
Firestone sign.
Where did we get that Firestone sign, by the way? Was it behind Firestone?
I was going to ask you that, but yeah, I think it was like behind a Firestone in a dumpster or something. It fit. It was metal.
It probably wasn't even behind, like in a dumpster. It was probably just sitting back there. Somebody probably just left it out.
Well, that's possible. I thought it was bent in half.
Does that still work?
And I had to unbend it.
The equalizer?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the same one I had like 10 years ago.
Both of you guys had that equalizer.
Yeah.
I've always been very jealous of that equalizer, so...
It was a simple $100 thing.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah. I remember working...
Got $100 I can borrow for an equalizer? Speaking of which...
Well, we didn't have other bills at the time.
You should see what I do to my computer. Every, 8 months, I just buy new upgrades for it.
Good for you. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad for you.
No, that's super cool.
I'm not saying
I don't have a lawnmower for my house.
I'm not saying I can afford it. I'm saying I just do it.
Yeah, since I had bills to pay, I haven't bought a whole lot of stuff. It's whatever. But yeah, I mean, that thing has worked just fine and dandy, and I haven't lost it. I haven't had to replace it.
I honestly don't know what happened to mine.
I use it in there.
I don't even remember.
I think Eric's broke and he stole yours.
No, I don't have to comment on that.
You know, that would explain a little bit of a hint of something I've been sensing lately from him.
You see this, though?
This is the dark side? Well, you know what? I am going to comment, and I had that. I paid for that with my own money.
No, you paid for the other one.
Suddenly,
the one that
now
looked exactly like
to
that.
Defend himself?
No?
Yeah, the one that looked exactly like that. You bought that one.
Clayton Stecker.
You're lying to yourself.
You're lying to me.
You're lying to the audience.
I can't bring this much closer. But speaking of my truck.
Speaking of your truck.
There was one more thing that I wanted to say.
We were talking about the Firestone sign, by the way.
Do you remember the... Yeah, we were. Was there anything else to say about that? I mean, it was really cool.
It was. It looked really good.
It did look good. It was a nice red truck. It fit perfectly, width-wise. It was metal. And when I finally junked it, the Firestone sign stayed with it.
Oh, you bastard.
I felt that was right.
No, I would still have that. It'd probably be hanging in my living room.
I agree. If I had kept it, it would be in your living room right now.
He's like, because it sure as hell wouldn't be in my living room.
Well, I guess it could have been taken that way, but no, I think I would have given it to you because you would have appreciated it. If you know what I mean.
Speaking of you giving me things, Dr. Sample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Ex-girlfriend sold it.
When you were in jail?
Yes.
I heard about I know about that. You told me about that.
Just making sure. I don't know. Not sure what has been covered or not.
That doctor's...
We're having a whole discussion.
Yeah, seriously, though, that Dr. Sample is a major part of our history. I mean, that's a major part of the Chuck and me history and the you and me history and Chris a little bit. The Dr. Sample.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. I loved it.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I let you... Did I sort of give that to you?
You literally gave it to me.
I don't even know why I did that.
And because you weren't using it, you had lots of other toys. And I had always really wanted it. And then it was just a bad time to give it to me because, I mean, any point after that, I would still own it. But that was just a really bad time.
I guess that didn't work out. Well, we have a break coming up right here, so we're going to continue talking about this.
So soon?
After this.